The Arab trade carried the Indian system of numbers to other countries. The Europeans learnt this number system from the Arab and started calling them as Arabic numerals. Now what they did, they just carried the Indian system, and other also countries just carry the system of the numbers, and they just call after that Arab, and they started calling the Arabic numerals. Now the story of a paper. Now the story of a paper. Several thousand years ago, the Babylonians and the Assyrians made tablet of clay. Now clay is just you just play with the clay na. So of that clay they just make a tablet, which they inscribed record which they wanted to preserve. The clay tablet was like the pages of book. The pages of that clay was like a book, but writing on the walls of a cave's clay tablets, palm leaves or silk was not very convenient. Now what they do, they in the writing form, they just how they started writing, they just make the clay of the tablets, they just have the leaves, also leaves of a plant, they just take out the leaves and write something on that leaves, or they just make it that was actually not very convenient. In AD 105, a Chinese the Ceylon discovered that certain plants could be broken down in the fibers and processed in the sheets of a paper. Now, in 105, the Chinese person, that is the name of that person, is the Ceylon. He just, he did, he just cut the trees. They cut the trees and they cut in the pieces of a wood, and they just change that fiber into the sheet. So you can just write on these type of a paper or a sheet. This is the A4 sheet. They can write on that sheet and keep it with you for a long time, that you can just remember everything. They made paper from a water plant like papyrus, from which the word paper got its name. These days most of the paper made it from wood pulp.